I've been on the road, out of state, and I was watching some of the news this morning, and they were talking about how they had these talking points. The talking points were, oh, I'm more than happy to pay an extra 30 cents a gallon if it means no nukes for Iran. And it's funny how each news agency is saying the exact same thing, which tells you they're all copying the Operation Mockingbird. They're given talking points and they give you what they want you to listen to and what they want you to believe and repeat. So understand that that's what's going on and don't go out there and start repeating it. Okay, don't be a boomer that just listens to the news and believes that shit because it's all lies. Just assume that when the news is telling you anything at all that they're lying. And basically the government too, they're totally full of crap. And some of you like Chad Wright, 307 Project, I follow that guy, and man, I'm super disappointed in him with his stance on the chosen people. He's reading little excerpts out of the Bible, but he's not reading the entire Bible, and he's not looking at what they're actually doing. If you watch his podcast, you'll hear Chili on there, and he's the only one out of the four that is accurate. The other three are definitely not understanding the fact that they are brainwashed and not understanding what's going on. It's pretty sad because that dude's usually on point. He's got a lot of really good points. He's not a bad guy, but when it comes to the chosen, and I put that in quotes because that's BS. That ended a long time ago. The Gentiles were brought in because the chosen, they rejected Christ, and they actually had him crucified. So they're definitely not the chosen. So keep that in mind. Maybe read a little deeper into that. Understand, you got to know your enemy so that you can win. And the people that are claiming on the surface and in the news that they're our friends and our greatest ally are for sure not. And they're facilitating lots of other little skirmishes, putting things in our society, other cultures in our society to ruin our society and to take us down, thinking that what they're going to do is they're going to rise to the top and run it all. And they've been running it for a long time. And I'm thinking at some point that crap is going to end because we're all noticing, okay? That's the new terms now, noticing, because you can't speak directly. And when you know who the enemy is, when you cannot say the truth about them, you know who's running things. And I think we should all be figuring that out at some point, that our quote-unquote greatest ally is not, and they're hell-bent on ruining not only our country, but all countries. And they're utilizing our power and our tax dollars to completely strip us of all of our wealth and to do the same for all the other countries, and then take the spoils of our destruction. Guys, we need to figure this out. We need to spread that word. And for God's sakes, if you're a boomer and you're still brainwashed to believe everything that Fox News says, CNN, I don't care, name any of them at this point, you are lost, man. Please stop voting. You're not helping anything. This country is a mess. And I hate to blame it on one generation because that's not fair, but man, you guys got to take some credit for that. You started out as the anti-war generation, then you are now on board with everything that's going on. And I don't get it. I guess a lot of people, if you haven't been deployed, if you're not a veteran, you don't understand why we don't want to do this. I hear a lot of people, the war hawks talking about, let's get them, let's get Iran, forgetting the fact that we literally overthrew their government in the 50s and installed a dictator that was brutal. And that's why they have the society that they have today. And to think that us going over there and bombing the crap out of them is going to turn them to our side and they're going to take over their government, that's not going to happen, man. That is not going to happen. They hate us, and for good reason. I totally get it. If somebody ruined generation after generation and you knew who did it, you'd be pretty mad at them. You're not going to jump on board and be like, yeah, this is great, man. We're going to help you guys now. That's not going to happen. Other than the fact that we do that exact same thing with the chosen. If you know, you know. Maybe you don't. I don't know. But they're doing that to us. And we're just like funding them, taking all our tax dollars, giving it to them. Most of our Congress is on board with them. And hell, a bunch of them are dual citizenship, right? We are being destroyed from within. And it's freaking sad. A lot of people that are pro chosen people don't even understand that those people are the ones facilitating a lot of our mess. It's absolutely crazy. So that's all I got to say today. I'm going to try to get on here a little more. I'm setting at a place in the south, and I'm not on the road so much. So I thought I'd jump on here while I'm waiting in this parking lot, trying to understand what the hell's going on with our world. Good luck out there. All right.